Hey everyone, and welcome back to the sports section. So we finally won a football game. I mean, it's been a while. I completely forgot the feeling of actually winning something when it comes to Chelsea. So we beat, of all teams, we beat Brighton. I mean, it does feel extremely good to beat Brighton, even though it's only 1-0. I mean, it could have been 2-0. Refereeing was subpar, but I mean, Premier League refereeing has already been extremely low expectations, but tonight was, I mean, on another level. That goal should have been allowed, and then the offside call when Broha actually had a clear breakout to maybe score another goal. Well, let's offside, even though he clearly started from our own half. But I mean, okay. I mean, it's Chelsea. I'm not really surprised anymore. Now, let's talk a bit about the game. Let's talk about the performances of a couple of players and look at the stats. I mean, I think it's one of the few games where we actually were dominated by the opposition when it comes to possession. So 61% for Brighton, 39% for Chelsea. Finally, we are shooting a bit more, 9 shots and 4 shots on target. Brighton had 13 shots, but only 2 on target. They were actually pretty unlucky not to score late in the game. Overall, I mean, you can clearly see that they dominated in possession. They passed more. Their pass accuracy is also higher. And we were, again, offside more times than not. Now, let's have a look at how the players actually perform. We'll have a look. I'll just share my opinion on how the players performed in my eyes, of course. Now, this was the lineup. Robert Sanchez in goal. I was maybe expecting the other dude to be in goal. I don't know how to pronounce his name right now, but okay, I mean, fine. Then Cucurella, Disasi, Colwill, Chilwell. When I saw that, I was like, I'm not very enthused by that decision, but okay. Then we had Leslie Ugochukwu with Caicedo, Ian Matson, Palmer, Mudryk, and Jackson. So the backline actually performed okay. I mean, Cucurella could have had a worse game. I'm seeing already some people saying, oh, good job today, good job today. I mean, still not to the levels that you need to be at Chelsea, but maybe his performances before, not maybe, they were extremely bad before, and now we're like happy when he's at 50% of how he should be performing. But okay, fine. Chilwell, for me, again, putting a performance that Chilwell puts every time he plays. Could do a bit more, but now apparently he has injured his hamstring. So yeah, you can put another name on the injury list. Now with regards to Caicedo, Gochukwu, okay, solid, nothing else to add. I'm not going to be overly positive because this is just one game. This was a league game against Brighton. We need to continue with the performances. We're going to play Fulham and Burnley next in the Premier League. This needs to be 6 points in the bag. Of course, I said that before as well, but I mean, we lost way more points than I was expecting. So my hopes right now, my expectations, I don't want to be this hype person in the Chelsea fan base. You can find those on X and on YouTube. There are plenty of people that think that every player that we get is a top star, generational talent, etc., etc. And every time we win a game, and this time we won a game 1-0. I mean, could have been a draw and then went to penalties and then we lost and the negative momentum continues. Yes, we won one game, but that's about it. If we lose the next one, we're back to square one. So yeah, there's that. Then moving up, we had Palmer, Ian Matson, Mudryk. Let's start with Ian Matson. Nothing to say there, nothing to add. Okay performance, did what he had to do, and that's about it. Mudryk didn't score, did what Mudryk does every game he plays. Has the ball, dribbles a little bit, runs fast, gets some tackles, and that's it. When you pay that much money for such a player, you're expecting assists and goals. Yeah, some will say, oh, he needs to play more, he needs some confidence, etc., etc. Okay, he needs to play more, but we're not going to play a player that clearly doesn't know how to produce the goods. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care about the price tag that we're paying. That doesn't mean that we have to play him each and every week. I mean, right now we're forced to play him because we don't really have that many other players right now because most of them are injured. So there is that. I mean, it's crazy. We spend $1 billion and we still don't have backup players. Now you're going to tell me backup players are also injured. Come on. We should have done a way better job at recruiting. I said that already in the last video. If you missed that, it's going to be in the top right corner. By the way, if you enjoyed these videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, would really appreciate that. Then Cole Palmer. Finally, we have a number 10 with some creativity. That's something that we've been lacking for quite a while. And he's a left-footed player, which I very much like. He's the number 10 that I wouldn't say that we will be looking for or something like that, because he's not always the answer, but he brings that extra thing. He has that special thing, of course. It comes from City, so you're expecting already something better than, well, some from other clubs. He's played for Pep Guardiola, so I probably learned already a couple of things from him. Now, good performance by him. I hope he can continue that performance and maybe create even more chances, shoot maybe a bit more. This is the thing, we need to shoot more when we can. I've been saying this for years. We need to stop to try and dribble the ball and put it in the net. Start shooting. If you get some angles, shoot. Maybe you'll get a rebound, maybe a ricochet, maybe it goes in. I mean, start shooting a bit more instead of passing into weird areas. Just doesn't make much sense to me. But Cole Palmer, great performance by him. Hopefully he can continue that against Fulham this weekend. Then Nickolas Jackson. I mean, it's a shame he didn't score two. Well, he did score 2 goals, but officially only 1. I was just afraid that he was getting injured as well, because, I mean, you saw his hand injury. But okay, I mean, right now, he scored a goal. Let's see if that is good enough for him to pick up the pace, have some confidence to maybe shoot a bit more and maybe score some extra goals. Right now, I'm still not as convinced as I was a little bit before and as the fan base is. I still think we needed to buy someone like Vlahovic, someone like Joao Felix, but okay, I'm not in charge of the club, and me complaining about it each and every week is not helping either. It's not helping me, it's not helping you, it's not helping anyone. So let's hope he starts performing much better. Armando Broja, I think he showed that he's not going to be very satisfied if he stays on the bench a lot of times. I think he brought that extra aggressivity that we were lacking. I like to see that. Overall, again, to me, we won the game. That's it. I'm not going to say, oh, a huge positive game, great performance. No, we won when we needed to win, and that's it. We move on, focus on Fulham, focus on Burnley, get 3 points this weekend, get 3 points the next game as well. Let's start to build momentum, because remember, when we get to November, December, the games are going to come extremely fast. And with all the injuries that we're having, I mean, I'm not really counting on, I'm not hoping to see some miracles happen, even though it's going to be the holidays. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Of course, do share your thoughts down in the comments below. If you enjoy this type of videos, leave it a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.